Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. So, happy Friday to everyone, or happy Saturday if you're already enjoying the weekend. So, let's find out what is our topic for today.
Welcome to Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Our topic is why learning new skills can open doors to never expected.
Yes, thank you, Connie. So, that's what we're going to be talking today. So, but before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rosemary or Daxi Spiritu. I am a proud Ilongga from Iloilo, Philippines. I'm a wife, a mother of four, and a healthcare worker here in BC. So I was a former RN in the Philippines and Jeddah KSA for 12 years and moved to Canada now as now as working to healthcare industry here for 11 years. So I'm proud to be a business owner and a mentor.
Hi, I'm Asma Harisa, digital business mentor and a proud mother of three. I live in Texas, USA with my family and am originally from Pakistan. I help people start and grow their own online digital business with the right guidance and support.
Hello, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Connie. I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm a mom, I'm a stepmom, a wife, a great grandma, and a proud digital business owner. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so now let's dive into our topic for today.
Empowering lives through an online business while learning new skills can open doors you never expected.
Yes, thank you, Asma. So that's our topic for today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And today's conversation, is about something that has transformed countless of lives, and that is learning. Not because learning is easy, not because learning is always comfortable, but because learning has the power to expand what is possible. Many people are one skill away from seeing opportunities they cannot yet see, one lesson away from a breakthrough, or one new perspective away from a completely different future. So, today we'll discuss 5 reasons why learning new skills can open doors you never expected. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
So today points, learning expands your perspective. New skills build confidence. Learning creates new opportunities. And learning helps us adapt in a changing world. And learning keeps personal growth alive.
Thank you, Daxi. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, let's dive into our first point.
All right. So the first one, learning expands your perspective. Have you ever realized that sometimes it's not your situation that needs to change first? It's your perspective. When I became a full-time caregiver for my husband, after his stroke, I thought many of the options were limited. I believed that because I needed to be at home, there were certain opportunities that were no longer available to me. But when I started learning new skills and surrounding myself with a growth focused community, my perspective began to change. I discovered that learning wasn't just about gaining knowledge, it was about seeing possibilities I couldn't see before. I learned new ways to communicate, use technology, connect with people around the world, and develop skills that I never imagined I, I would be learning at this stage of my life. Well, what I love about learning is that it helps us challenge old beliefs. about what is possible. Sometimes we don't need a complete different life. We simply need a different way of looking at our current situation. Through learning, I discovered opportunities, friendships, confidence, and personal growth that I never expected. And I believe that I can happen for anyone who remains open to learning. So, my message to everyone, learning expands your vision of what is possible. Sometimes, one new skills, one new lesson, or one new perspective can open doors you never existed. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. So yeah, so Connie just talked about learning expands your perspective. So just like Connie mentioned, learning expands your perspective by helping you see new ideas, possibilities, and opportunities that may have remained invisible before, but when viewed through the same old way of thinking. So just like Connie mentioned about her journey, that now she had a circumstance that came up and she has to expand into others way, in this case learning new skills and doing the business. So let's move on to the second point. So the second point is new skills builds confidence. So many people think confidence comes first, but more often confidence comes after we learn and grow. So we actually build the confidence later, not before. So every new skill we develop becomes evidence that we are capable of more than we thought. So whether it's learning a new technology, improving communication skills, or stepping into a new challenge, each small win builds the belief in ourselves. So as we gain these skills and we also start gaining that confidence in ourselves. So learning also helps us overcome self-doubt because it shifts our focus from what we can do to what we are becoming capable of doing. And we see a lot of that in our community. Many times, we think like we can do something, and then through the process, and learning and repetition, we realize that, yes, we are capable of doing it. So over time, those small wins accumulate and progress creates belief, and that belief is what creates that confidence. So the message here for you guys is confidence often follows the learning. So the more we learn, the more capable we become, and the more capable we feel. So that's how you build that confidence. So let's move on to the next point.
Today, I want to talk about how learning creates new opportunities. Many opportunities begin with learning new skills. I believe that opportunities come when we are willing to learn something new. Some things we don't even realize what is possible until we develop new skills and gain new knowledge. Learning has a way of opening unexpected doors. It introduces us to new ideas, new people, and experiences we may never have imagined. The more we prepare ourselves and continue learning, and more opportunities we are able to recognize and pursue. Many opportunities arrive disguised as learning experiences. Learning is not about gaining information, it's about becoming better, growing in confidence, and being ready when opportunity come our way. The skill you develop today may create opportunities tomorrow. Keep learning, stay curious, embrace new possibilities. Join the conversation and discover how learn can open doors to new opportunities.
Thank you, Asma. So yeah, so Asma talk about learning creates new opportunities. And that is because, every new skill and piece of knowledge, that's what expands our ability to recognize and to pursue what we want, and also to be prepared for those possibilities that we might not be able to see before. So that's what learning helps, to expand that perspective, that view of seeing things that were not that we were not able to see before. So let's move on to the next point.
Mm. So learning keeps growth alive. Um, One thing I learned throughout my journey is that growth doesn't stop when we finish school or reach a certain age. In fact, some of the greatest growth happens when we continue learning throughout our life. As RN before in Philippines and Saudi Arabia, eventually building a new life in Canada, I realized that every season required me to learn something new. When I moved to Canada, I had to adapt, to study again, and develop new skills. Later, when I started learning about online business, I was not tech savvy and everything felt unfamiliar. But I discovered that learning opens door to opportunities we never have imagined. Research shows that lifelong learning helps keep our minds active, improves confidence, and allows us to adapt to change more effectively. More important, learning keeps us curious, and when we stay curious, we continue growing. One thing I love about our country community is it encourages continuous learning and personal development. No matter our age, background, nor experience, there is always something new to learn and new way to improve ourselves. So, guys, this is my takeaway. Learning is one of the most powerful ways to continue becoming a better version of yourself. The people who continue growing are often the people who never stop learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Daxi. So yeah, so Daxi just talked about learning keeps personal growth alive. So just like Daxi mentioned, learnings keep the personal growth alive because, every new lesson or any skill that you learn or any experience that you have is what it helps us to continue, evolving into a better version of ourselves. So it doesn't matter what age you are or you have or what stage of life you're in. The learning will allow you to keep growing, to keep becoming a new version of yourself. Okay, so let's see what is our key takeaway for this message, for this topic. Sorry.
So, our takeaway for today, one of the most encouraging truth about growth is that none of us need to have all the answers. We simply need to remain willing to learn. Every book, every lesson, every conversation, every new skill has the potential to change the direction of our future because many opportunities don't appear before we grow. They appear because we grow. Keep learning, keep growing, keep staying curious, and continue investing in yourself. You never know what doors may open because of the skills you choose to develop today. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Connie. So yeah, so that was our key takeaway for this topic. And now, what is our reflective question for our audience?
As you reflect on today's conversation, ask yourself, what is one skill you're being curious about learning but haven't started yet? Sometimes the next opportunity in your life is connected to the next skills you choose to learn.
Thank you, Daxi. Um, So we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope so that what we talked today, the topic that we had today, will inspire or you learn something from it. So remember, every new skill you learn or every lesson you embrace or every step you take towards growth, that will help you to expand what is possible for your future because those doors are the ones that are going to change our lives, and many times they're open only after we choose to keep learning. So it's all about being open to learning and continue learning to create those possibilities, those future, and you know have a better version of ourselves. So we want to say thank you to Charlotte Sponda, for watching and for commenting. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's see what is our topic for next Friday.
Why personal growth often comes before life changing.
Thank you, Asma. So yeah, so that's our topic for next Friday. So it's going to be a conversation about mindset, habits, learning, and why many meaningful changes begin internally before they become visible externally. So we have arrived to the end of our live. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again on our next episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.